my dark-skinned parents' house. You ready to go get them some food? Walking up to the door. I ain't gonna put them on camera. All right.
It'll be under my name.
Okay, you ordered the food already. Okay, all right. By the haters walking away. Just putting the camera here. I came over here to figure out what they want. About to go to pick up the food for them and bring it back. Oh yeah, I ain't even worried about that. Good afternoon. Now I'm finna head on down to, I'm going to Po Folks. Because that's where they want the food from. So that's where I'm about to head to. As some of you know, came on here and talked about a hater, a light-skinned hater that I got in my family. That lied, basically trying to lie and make it seem as if, you know, basically me and my siblings are not doing anything to support my dark-skinned mom and my dark-skinned stepdad as they have the coronavirus. They attacked me yesterday and lied. And normally, you know, I wouldn't come on camera showing what I'm doing. But because this person is lying and watching me and starting with me, I'm going to show what I'm doing because I can. You can't stop me. So for those of you that's just watching this and you're like, what's going on? Well, let me start from the beginning. First of all, my name is Rashida Strober. I am the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. And I'm the reason that anybody on YouTube, anybody on social media, anybody on reality TV talks about colorism and darkism. I created the very first platform in history to fight for the eradication of colorism and darkism. And I was the first person to bring it online to the masses, and people stole from me. They plagiarized and copied my work. I got chicks copying and plagiarizing even until this day. That's what they're doing. But you're not the dark-skinned activist. I mothered this. I created this, and they all stole. They never said thank you. They took it back to their channels that they already had an audience that they built that had nothing to do with colorism or dark skin. They was just talking about regular dark skin issues. But when I came on, I'm sorry, they were talking about regular black issues, not colorism or dark skin issues. But when I came on the scene, that's when they started stealing and switching up the game. They started stealing from me. My movement is called Dark Skin Activism, created it in 1998 and worked for years building it by doing my plays about only dark skin, my books about only dark skin. By the way, I've written more books on dark skin than anybody else, including Darkism, How to Be the Hottest Dark Skin Chick on the Planet, A Dark Skin Woman's Revenge, which there's also a play version where I play all the characters. Also wrote Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. And my book, How to Be the Hottest Dark Skinned Chick on the Planet, is actually the first motivational book for dark skinned females. So this is what I do. I do darkism talks all over the United States. I've been doing this since 98. I created this lane and people stole from me, and they're giving other people credit that don't deserve it. I don't care if they're pitch black. You didn't create dark skin activism. I did. In fact, the phrase dark skin activists and the phrase dark skin trademark. Yes, I trademarked it, and it belongs to something when you create it out your brain. And if you have the sense enough to go and, trademark it or do whatever you got to do, then that solidifies it. So do not call anyone else the dark skin activist. That's my brand name. Moving right along. So that's my introduction. My website is darkskinactivist.com. If you want to support me, go to my Cash App. My Cash App is $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Please go and support. So let me just talk about, the toxicity of some light-skinned family members and the stuff they'll do. And they'll bring up a lot of toxic behavior when they find an opportunity that they feel like, okay, I'm finna come for you. They've been holding venom and anger and hatred and dislike for you for forever because you're dark skinned, and they always felt like they better than you, but they look for opportunities to, really go at you. And me personally, I came up hard. My mama, my family, I did not have a good childhood. I was not taken care of. I was a neglected child. I did not have a good childhood. Okay, I grew up in dire poverty. Wasn't taken care of the way I should have properly been taken. I had a horrible childhood. I got 5 brothers, and I'm not gonna get into too much of it, but people ain't do the right thing by me when I was a child. That's all it is to it. It's my story. They get jealous and they mad because I tell my story. But I don't know why, when I'm the one that was subject to the abuse. I have a right to tell my story. You can't tell me not to tell my story as an adult woman. But anyway, in spite of all of that, I still help out my mom if she needs help. I've been doing it quietly for the longest. Quiet. I don't broadcast everything I do. I don't do all of that. I just go do it. But I'm talking about it because this light-skinned family member of mine came for me for no reason. And here's the thing. I don't even talk to this person. I don't call this person. I don't go to this person's house. I don't text this person harassing or bothering. I don't do any of that. When I became an adult and I had to fend for myself as a teenager and went through so much, like I said, poverty, being evicted, being homeless. In fact, I'm finna ride past this motel that we used to live in when I was a little kid that we got kicked out of at around 2:00 in the morning because my parents could not pay the rent. It's called the Driftwood Motel. Let me just pull over because I want y'all to see this. I'll never forget this. I actually wrote about this motel in my book, A Dark-Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober Story. I wrote about this. This is the very hotel, and it's so funny. Maybe God meant for this to happen this way. It is so funny that I actually have to ride past this hotel to get to. Thank you, Chevea. I appreciate you coming on here like that and putting in my cash out. It's really sad that or ironic that I'm riding past the hotel as I'm talking to y'all about this. This is the hotel that we got evicted out of. And for those of you that's really followed me, you heard about this hotel. Triumph, the Rashida Strober Story. This is the hotel. Me and my 5 brothers, this was back in the 80s. We was at this hotel with my mom and my stepdad because, after we got evicted. But they couldn't pay the bill. And somebody said it's bright. It wasn't this color when I was growing up in the 80s. It was not this color. It wasn't. It's called the Driftwood Motel right here. That's where we was at. And we got put out this hotel and we was out sleeping in a car. This was back in the 1980s. I will never forget it a day in my life. It's called the Driftwood Motel, and it's still here, and it's still got the same name, but it is obviously a different color. Now I'm gonna drive around the corner because the irony is I'm gonna show y'all the house that we was living in that got burnt down to the ground. I'm gonna show y'all that. So let me, because the house is literally right up the street. The house is literally right back. Okay. That's why I'm not really worried about this light-skinned family member talking trash, because the person, you don't even know what you're talking about. You up here talking trash about me, making assumptions about me. You don't even know what you're talking about. And it's wrong. It's wrong. And I'm going to talk about what's going on in my life. And I don't care who don't like it. You don't got to like me. I ain't asked you to like me. I don't need your permission. I don't need your permission. Now, they done since rebuilt the house. But this is the house that my mama, she bought the house back in the 80s, but it got burnt to the ground. I ain't going to say how it got burnt to the ground, but it did get burnt to the ground. This is like probably around, I don't know. It was in the 80s, and I was probably about 3 or 4. Okay. This is the house right here. That's it. Right there. The house right there. They done rebuilt it since, but this house got burnt to the ground. Okay, and it's like raw. This storage thing has always been here. But we lived in this house with me and my mama and my 5 brothers. But the house got burnt to the ground, down to the ground. And we just, from that point on, it's like, I just remember we was constantly homeless and constantly getting evicted and constantly getting put out of places because my mama wasn't paying. Lord mercy. Anyway, I'm just giving y'all a little snippet. This is just a little snippet. So, y'all seen the Driftwood Motel that we got kicked out of. Imagine that. Imagine you 8 or 9 years old. You already homeless. You ain't got nowhere to stay. You got a whole bunch of brothers and y'all in one room. It was me, my stepdad, my mama, and all of my brothers in that one room. They didn't pay the bill for whatever reason. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, imagine waking up abruptly out of your sleep and having to move and get up out of there. I've had a very traumatic childhood. Extremely. It was not good. I was not treated right. And I'm not going to speak for my brothers because that's their story to tell. But I'm telling you about my story as a child and what I went through. And I have a right. And I don't care about that light-skinned family member watching me, worried about what I'm doing. Worry about yourself and leave me alone. That's what you should be doing. Let me move right along. So, what transpired, let me start from the beginning about how this started with my light-skinned family member attacking me with the toxicity and the darkism. Over the last 2 weeks, my stepdad has been calling me and my brother saying that, my mom has been acting like she was sick. And when he called me and told me this, I got up because, see, I don't need to be told what to do about, my own mom. I don't need nobody to call me and tell me what to do. And I didn't tell nobody this. I didn't broadcast this. I'm only broadcasting it now because I'm letting this light-skinned person know because they all up in my business, worrying about what's going on with me and my mama and trying to lie and create false narratives. But anyway, as soon as my stepdad called me about 2 weeks ago and told me my mom she's acting sick and not acting like herself, I got up and I physically, and I don't never go in the house. I don't never go in my mama them house. And by the way, that same house, this is for the light-skinned hater in my family. I got my mama in that house. I got my mama and my stepdad the house. Somewhere around 2019, my mom lost her house to a foreclosure, and she was never homeless because between me and my youngest brother, she was back and forth with us. Always had a place to stay. Where were you at, this light-skinned family? Since you're so concerned, where were you at when my mama lost her house and me and my brothers went round there and we had to remove all the stuff out of my mama house because my mama lost her house to foreclosure? All the bad stuff my mama did to me, I put all that aside. Me and my brothers went to the house and my mama didn't have to come. She stayed at home while we went and we removed all the furniture and packed it away and made sure everything was straight. Okay? This was, again, after the bad childhood I have, I still forgave enough to get up and go help. I've always helped. So this light-skinned person in my family, you should really be quiet. You should really mind your business because you don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, as a result of some of the training I received in regards to the real estate investing, one day I was riding around that neighborhood and I had been trained to ask a person if they're renting the house to ask them if they want to sell it. And that is exactly what I did. I pulled up to the house and met the owner's wife who was outside. And I started talking to her and she was like, "Oh, I want you to get this house." And then I went and called the owner and me and the owner met and me and him could not broker a deal. We could not broker a deal because I didn't want to pay a certain amount of money and he wanted a certain amount of money for the monthly payment. But then I said, you know what? I got somebody else that could possibly, we can make this deal together with them. And it was my stepdad because he fixes houses and he's a contractor, but they was homeless because they both lost their houses. So what I did is I brought everybody together and we were able to do a barter to where they was able to move into the house without paying any money down. These are all facts. And my mama went from being homeless with nowhere to stay to living in that 3-bedroom house. All facts. But where were you, light-skinned family member, when this was going down? I want to know where you was at. I have to raise my voice here a little bit, because I want to know where she was at when I was doing all this negotiation, making sure my mama, who had actually treated me bad, had a place to live. Where were you? I ain't see you nowhere at the negotiation table. My mama wasn't there at the negotiation table. It was me and the property owner and my stepdad. We brokered the deal, and all she did was move in. All facts. All facts. I just want to know where you was at when my mama was homeless and lost her house. What did you do to help? I got my mama to my whole house. A nice one. A whole house. None of these people let my mama live with them, by the way. It was only me and my youngest brother. And my other brother was sending money to help. Where was this light-skinned family member? That's what I want to know. Because I was taking care of my own mama. A mama that never really took care of me. But you know, you want to come for me with a bunch of foolishness. Because of your darkism. Because of your light-skinned superiority complex. That's what it's all about. But this same person was not there when me and my brothers had to go to my mother's house and take all of her belongings out of the house that was foreclosed on. This light-skinned person was nowhere to be found. You were not there. And I even filmed myself on Facebook. Me and my brothers, I filmed us 2 years ago when we was taking my mother's possessions out of the house when her house had been foreclosed upon. You was nowhere in the picture. This is what I'm trying to understand. Why are you coming for me? It don't make no sense. It's the darkism. I'm just presenting the facts, y'all. So that house that y'all seen, or that house that I just left, that is the house that I helped to secure for my mom and my stepdad, who were previously homeless before that, and my mama was staying with me. But again, I want to ask the light-skinned family member, where were you when all that was happening? Nowhere to be found. So, let me finish telling y'all what happened. Try to make this quick, because I got to get the food from po folks. So they want it. Anyway. So, like I was saying, over the last 2 weeks, y'all, my stepdad called me, said, your mom is not acting normally. I went over there. I did not call on the phone. I got up off my black tush and I went over there and I went to go see about my mom. Now, I don't go in that house because I don't like going in that house like that. I just don't. But I walked in there and I had a conversation with my mom, imploring her, listen, you need to go to the hospital. She refused. Then I went back a second time and a third time. This all took place over the course of 2 weeks. Mom kept refusing to go to the hospital, and she's very stubborn. You ain't gonna make her do what she don't want to do. It is what it is. Okay. Then I took groceries over there multiple times. This is going on over the course of 2 weeks. But where was this light-skinned family member? Where were you when all this was happening? Since you're so concerned and you know so much, where were you? Nowhere to be found. So Friday, after all this has been going on, I've been going back and forth to my mama's house, checking on her, asking her if she want to go to the hospital, trying to get her to go to the hospital, bringing her food. Finally, on Friday, my brother calls me. My brother said, look, my brother was at work, my youngest brother. He said, look, go over there and get her to the hospital. You and my stepdad. And that's what I did. I stopped everything I was doing and I went over there and my stepdad put her in the car, took her to the hospital. I picked up my child and I followed right behind them. Got to the hospital. They would not allow me in the hospital because my daughter is under the age of 15 and they don't allow children under the age of 15 to come into the hospital. So what did I do? Did I leave? Did I pull off? Did I say, oh, this is an excuse for me to just leave and jet out? No, light-skinned family member. I still ain't see you nowhere around. I got in the car and sat there for 3 hours in the parking lot of the emergency room, on the phone with my dark-skinned mama, on the phone with my brothers. What is you saying? You was nowhere to be found. Where were you when I was sitting in the parking lot of the emergency room, on the phone with my mama, on the phone with my brothers? Where were you? Make it make sense. So, the doctors told my mama, and my oldest brother told my mama, all of us, we said, listen, you need to stay in the hospital for at least 3 days so that they can monitor you, because of, she took so long to finally make up her mind to go to the hospital. So you need to be monitored for dehydration, for oxygen levels. My mama, I sat there in that parking lot on the phone with my stepdad, and I heard my mom basically demand that my stepdad take her home, and she flat out refused. She wasn't staying nowhere, and told them people I'm gone, and they couldn't force her. They had to sign her out. But my light-skinned family member, where were you when all this was going on? Where were you? You was nowhere to be found. You were nowhere. I didn't see you in the parking lot of the emergency room. I didn't call you and tell you about none of this. When I was taking food to my mama for 2 weeks and checking on my mama, I didn't call you. Why do I need to call you? Do I need to tell you? I have to check in with you. Oh, because you light skin, I have to check in with you. Because you light skin, I got to tell you what I'm doing. Okay, that's your light skin privilege. Okay, but I didn't call you. I was on the phone with my brothers, with my mama, and my stepdad, trying to convince her to stay in the hospital. She refused. So my stepdad, reluctantly, at the demands of my mama, he took her home against everybody's will, even the doctor's wishes. And patients have rights. So that's another thing. You cannot force patients to do what you want them to do. Okay? You cannot force them to do what you want them to do. So what we had to do is we had to follow what she wanted us to do. So she went home. All right. So give me a second here, y'all, because I got to go in here and hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second. I am now at Po Folks. This is the restaurant right here, y'all. I'm at Po Folks. I'm about to go in here and get their food right here. Give me a second. Just hold on 1 second, y'all.
Paper or something like that.
Back. Oh, Lord, these people just be lying and making up stuff. They lying and making up stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm at Po Folks right now. I'm getting the food. And yes, I'm filming it. I'm filming it because this light-skinned person that's in my family is lying and making up stuff and causing problems and creating drama and, just creating all kinds of trouble. And so let me hold on 1 second. Let me go out of here. I think I done gave him the money. Okay. A lot of people in here picking up the food. Okay, got it. Hello. Yes, we are. Like, what is going on here?
962.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'll take the receipt if they want it. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, I'll be out there.
Your kid's telephone.
Okay, y'all. Got the food here. Okay, leaving the restaurant. Yeah, they had called in advance to order it. Actually, my stepdad did. He does most of the ordering type of stuff. Me and him will work together to get stuff done for my mom. Maybe my light-skinned family member is hating on that. I don't know. People be hating. They just be hating and they be lying. But I got the food right there. Put that food in the car. I'm gonna go over there and take it to them. Like I said, we're at Po Folks. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Po Folks, but this is the restaurant right here. Po Folks. Okay. All right. So let me finish telling y'all what happened. And as you can see, I have the receipt right here. I have the receipts right here. Okay, I don't have to lie and make nothing up. Okay. So I left off on telling y'all about my mom walking out of the hospital and basically demanding that my stepdad take her home, and that's what she did. She wouldn't stay. She wouldn't listen to nobody. Not even my oldest brother. She wouldn't listen to him. So she goes home, and this was Friday. Now, Saturday morning, I woke up. The first thing I did was I got up and called. Well, first thing I did, I thanked the Lord for waking me up, and I drank me some lemon water. That's actually what I did first. But the first phone call I made was to my stepdad to ask him what does him and my mom need, and to check on my mom. This was at 8:30 in the morning. That's the first thing I did. That was the day after. The day after she left the hospital on her own volition after everybody told her not to leave because she has the COVID-19. She has COVID-19. I forgot to tell y'all that part. That's right. She has COVID-19. But if y'all done watched up my other video, y'all will understand what I'm talking about. Let me cut the car on. So, I got my phone in one hand, trying to talk to y'all with another. So then I called, as I was on the phone talking to my stepdad, writing down the food list that my mom and my stepdad wanted, I got a call from this light-skinned family member of mine. When I clicked over, I told my stepdad, I was like, hold on. Because I didn't even realize that this was her. Okay? I didn't even realize that this was her. I got a phone. Well, let me repeat that because I want y'all to understand this. While I was on the phone talking to my stepdad, asking him, what do you and my mom need? Getting ready to write down a food list because I was finna go shopping for them again. I had gone shopping for them multiple times, but I was about to go shopping again. I gets a call from this light-skinned family member that immediately when I answered the phone, this person started yelling at me, telling me I need to go get my mama some food. And I'm like, what? It took me, it's like, have you ever been sucker punched? It was like a sucker punch. I'm like, what is this person talking about? What is this person talking about? I'm literally on the phone with my stepdad, writing a list of what I'm finna get my mama. The person is just insane. As I was trying to explain this to this person, which I don't even owe you no explanation, but I was being cordial enough to explain to you what was going on. As I was explaining to this person, trying to explain to this person that, hey, I'm on the phone with my stepdad now. I am making a list of what I'm going to buy for my mom and my stepdad when I go to the store this morning. This person rudely hung up the phone on me. I wasn't even able to get it out. So what I did was I said, okay, you know, I actually texted the person what I was going to say, explaining everything that happened. Do you know that this person ignored all the texts of me explaining what has been going on for the past 2 weeks, explaining that I was about to go and get my mom food that morning, explaining all this. Do you know that the person did not respond to that? Instead, this person sent me a text message and said, I dropped off food at the front door and basically started cursing me out through text. And I'm like, what in the world is this? Trying to make it seem as if she's been doing all this stuff when you just now did anything, and I've been doing all the work the whole time. In fact, my mama got 6 kids, and this is no shade on my brothers. I don't got no beef with them. It's only one brother that I don't like. I don't talk to. But I'm the only one of my mom's children that went to the house to see her the whole time. I'm the only one that actually went and physically went to see her. My other brothers, they didn't go because they didn't want to. It was because they was working or they're out of the state. So I'm like, wait a minute. This person went and dropped 1 bag of food and isn't listening and understanding the context of what I've been doing all along. And I don't owe you no explanation, but since you are all up in my business and calling me when I don't call you, I don't text you, I don't come to your house, I don't even deal with you. You know, I didn't have to even grace you with giving you an explanation, but I did. You're still being rude. And then the person starts to go off and curse me out and demean me and call me jealous in a text message. And that's when I knew that's the underlying darkism. This person started all of this with me. They used this as an opportunity to attack me and to assert their light-skinned privilege. That's what they did. They used it as a tactic, as a reason to say, I basically hate you and never liked you because you're dark-skinned and inferior and I'm light-skinned and superior. Now, how do I know that? Because why are you in a text message that's supposed to be about my mama having COVID-19? Why did this person tell me that I was jealous? That just came up out of nowhere. We up here talking about my mama having COVID-19 and what my mama is going through, and you proceed to talk about me being jealous. That's darkism. You light skin, I'm dark skin. You always thought you was better than me because I'm dark skin and you're light skin, and you took the opportunity to let me know. This has been going. This is why I say these toxic ass light skinned family members, leave them alone. Leave them alone. And that's what happened. And I ended up blocking this person because I'm like, this person just started with me out of the blue. Y'all got to understand, I never even called this person. I don't even talk to this person. I cut these people off years ago. And it's like, why are you bothering me? It's like you're happy that this happened so that you can take out your anger and your rage and whatever you got against me for being dark skinned and thinking that I'm inferior and you're better. This is your perfect opportunity. Well, I blocked the person and I'm continuing to go on about my business. Yesterday, I went on and got my mama and my stepdad their food, went shopping to Publix, got them their food, took it there, and I'm going right now getting dinner. Been calling all day. I'm not going in there because they have COVID-19, so I'm not stepping in the house. But I've been doing this the whole time, and this person is just lying and starting. And I'm making this video because I want this. This is for, I don't usually make a video for my family to see, but if you see it, good. Yes, I don't give a damn because some of y'all are starting shit with me for no reason. I be minding my business. Why are some of these toxic, jealous, light-skinned family members, they're miserable? Their privilege is, some of them, their privilege done dried up. They done dried up. You know, because as you get older, you know what I'm saying, you can't do the same thing you used to do when you was young, and your little light-skinned privilege, it dries up. It dries up. It dries up. It dries up. And so sometimes when a person's light-skinned privilege dries up, use it anymore to, intimidate people and harass people and taunt people and say, I'm better than you, or I look better than you because I'm light-skinned. Because, they say black don't crack, but, it's usually the dark-skinned black that don't really crack. I mean, I'm not saying that the brown-skinned and light-skinned black don't crack, but the dark-skinned black don't crack, got all the other ones beat. And maybe, I don't know what the problem is. Maybe because I got my master's degree, And I got educated, and I wasn't supposed to do that because I'm dark skinned. I wasn't supposed to do that because I grew up homeless and in poverty and getting, we got put out of different places, and my mama didn't have the money. Maybe you thought that I was going to be a statistic. That's what I'm saying. Some of these light skinned family members are very toxic, and they will show you their true colors. This one here showed me their true colors. They used the COVID-19 as an excuse. They didn't have to call me. I promise y'all, I don't talk to this. I do not talk to these people. I will cut a bitch off quick. That's one thing about me. If you're toxic, I will cut you off quick. I will not even talk. I will not even acknowledge your presence. Now, if I see that you are sincere and you're trying to really mend a broken relationship, I will give you a chance. But once I find out that you are a snake in the grass, a light-skinned snake in the grass, I will cut you off. And that's what I did. I just cut people off. I don't argue. I don't come to nobody's house. Sometimes people be coming to people's houses. That's one thing you ain't gonna never see me do. Rashida Strobel don't come to people's houses. I don't do all that. I mind my business. I don't call you. I don't text you. I don't email you. I don't be like, oh, how this person. I don't care. Maybe that's the reason why the individual is upset. Miserable, toxic, light-skinned family members. Oh my God. So I'm on my way back. To take my mama them this food, as y'all done seen. Okay. As y'all done seen me do. My mama has the COVID-19. I have been helping and caring for her all along. Even before, we did not find out that my mama had COVID-19 until this past Friday. Again, I was the only child of hers that physically went to the house, putting myself at risk for the COVID-19, y'all, because at the time, I did not know that she had COVID-19. Kept telling my mama, not telling her rather, asking her to go to the hospital. I did not see this light-skinned family member there at all. When I looked at my mama laid up in that bed, sick, this light-skinned family member wasn't there. That's a fact. That's my stepdad can attest to that. My brother, my youngest brother, we was in contact with each other constantly. And I was telling him what was going on. He was telling me what was going on. Like I said, I was the only one of my mama's child that have been consistently going around there for the past 2 weeks before we knew she had COVID, saying, please go to the hospital. She argued with me and my stepdad. I didn't argue with her. I just listened because she did not want to go to the hospital. And finally, on Friday, after 2 weeks of us saying, please go to the hospital, she went and found out she had COVID-19. In fact, I was on the phone with my mama when I spent 3 hours in the parking lot of the emergency room because the emergency room would not let me and my daughter in because my daughter is under 15, but I stayed in the parking lot. I left one time to go get Lauren something to eat. And we came back and sat in the parking lot for about 3 hours all together. I was on the phone talking to my mama, and she was talking about, asking me, well, what is this in my nose? And I was explaining to her, because this disease attacks your lungs. Where was this light-skinned family member? Was you on the phone with us? Was you on the phone with I mean, maybe you was on hiding somewhere. I don't know. Because I'm trying to figure out where you was at when I was doing all of this. But you calling me, attacking me, insinuating that we're not helping my mom, which is insane. I hate it when people don't get all the facts. I hate ignorant people that don't get all the facts. Yeah, so now I'm broadcasting that I'm taking my mama food and doing stuff for my mom and stepdad. I wasn't broadcasting it before. But since you starting with me, since you coming for me, since you're attacking me, since you're lying on me, I'm going to broadcast it. Because I can. I'm going to broadcast it. That's right, because I can. And my stepdad, he know I be making these videos. And I'm not no disrespectful person. If a person don't want to be on camera, I'm not going to put him on camera. I'm going back to the house now to drop the food off. That's where we headed at now. This is what we headed at now. By the way, guys, my Cash App is $rashidalala. Once again, like I said, the only reason I'm broadcasting is reason. I'm in the corner right now. I mean, this is public. I mean, I'm not showing the location. I'm showing the neighborhood. But I understand what you're saying, though. I'm showing the neighborhood. Okay. Put my mask on. Get this food out of here. And thank God, me and Lauren, we do not have COVID-19. We both went and got our tests immediately on Saturday. I tried to get it on Friday. Today I found out my mama had COVID-19. But all the rapid CVS places were closed. And I wanted to get the rapid one that would tell you in 15 minutes. So I scheduled it for Saturday. And me and Lauren, we went and got our COVID-19 test. And we are both negative. And we didn't know she had it. But God bless us to not, have it. So, hold on, y'all. Okay. It's Rashida. Got your food. That's my mama right there talking. She's doing a lot better. She wasn't even out of the bed at one time, but she up. I can hear that. She up now. She's doing a lot better. She wasn't even out of bed the last time I came.
Don't worry about that, right?
All right, okay.
Don't worry about that.
You sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, you how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Oh, you out the bed?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you gotta make sure you go get another test to clear it out.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Okay, see y'all later.
All right.
All right. She's out the bed now. I'm not going in there. My mama was not. That woman, that's a blessing from God. She's doing a lot better. I hope my light skinned family member, I hope you watching this. I'm keeping my language clean because I'm actually mad as hell. I hope you watching me come here because you started this. I hope you watching me come here to see. This is what I've been doing quietly without being on camera for the past 2 weeks. And I've seen the progression. My mama is out the bed. She was not out that bed yesterday. She is out. I just looked at her. My mama is sitting in that chair. My mama is sitting in that chair. My mama is sitting in that chair. Y'all heard it. Y'all. My mama is sitting. I wasn't going to put my mama on camera without permission. My mama is sitting in that chair. And she just told me that she is better. She was not out of that bed yesterday when I came. She was not out of that bed. I hope my light-skinned family member, I hope you're watching this since you all up in my business. Okay, since you're using this as an excuse, to attack me. Since you're using this as an excuse to attack me. All right, she got her food. She out that bed. And I'm very happy. She's doing a lot better. Yep. She was not even out that bed yesterday. I swear to God on my daddy, on my dark skin, daddy gray. She's out that bed. And she kept saying, peace be still. That's what she was saying. She was saying, peace be still, peace be still, peace be still. My mama is a Pentecostal Christian. So she always is praying and referencing prayer. But she out that bed. She out that bed. I swear. My mama, you got to put this seatbelt on her. Keep going. Yeah, so I hope my light-skinned cousin is watching this. I hope she watching this. I hope you're 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 watching this. Y'all, I've been doing this for the last 2 weeks. This is not anything new. I don't need to always go broadcast what's going on or I'm helping somebody. I'm doing this because I was attacked by this light-skinned family member. I was attacked for no reason. So since you want to attack me, I can come with receipts. I can get on camera and show what I do. I don't have to make up nothing. I could show it. I could show and prove. I could show and prove, and I will. When you make me mad and when you attack me, I come back with receipts. I don't have to attack people physically. I don't do that. I deal with facts. I deal with evidence. I deal with proof. And like I said, this person used this COVID-19 situation with my dark-skinned mom to attack me because they feel superior. Always have felt superior. Okay? Always have felt superior to me because they're light-skinned and I'm dark-skinned. They could deny it all day. You know they gon'. I call them darkism deniers. I call it darkism deniers. You know they gonna deny it, y'all. I always gotta ride past here and look at these gators, man. I love the gators. I love the gators. I know. Listen, I love the gators. I love the gators. Like Trick say, Trick love the kids.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, they trying to fish.
Trick love the kids. Ooh. Oh my God. I'd like to say shout out to everybody that supported me. Thank you to the person that just gave the cash out. I appreciate you. Let me see something. Thank you to that person that just gave that cash out. I appreciate you. Okay. I do.
They probably underneath the wall about now.
They might be. Yeah, so I'm just showing this. I'm just showing this only because of this person attacking me and making up stuff. So I said, let me just go live. Let me go live and show what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. This is nothing new. I don't need nobody to tell me to help my mama. I don't care. Let me tell you something. I don't care how bad of a parent your parent has been. Let me tell you something. This is a message, y'all. Learn from me. Always help your parents.
Yeah.
That's all it is to it. Even if they have been, and I'm the poster child for it. I'm the poster child. Listen, I'm not even articulate because I'm trying to be nice about it. I ain't even told y'all the half of all the stuff I've been through. But I'm just going to tell you like this. Like my brother sent me a scripture today. And he might have think I ain't read it, but I agree with you. Honor your mother and father, and your days will be long upon the earth.
That's true.
Yeah. So no matter how bad of a childhood you have and what you went through, if your parents need help, you should help them. That's all it is to it. And that's how I see it. That's what I've been doing. I did it quietly. Didn't say a word about it, but I got attacked by this light-skinned person in my family with their viciousness and their evilness towards me because they're light-skinned and they think they're better than me because they light-skinned. They always thought this. And so they felt the need to viciously attack me. I don't even bother this person. I don't even talk to this person, y'all. I don't talk to this person. I have no words for this person. And they just contacted me out the blue attacking me. And so this is for you. Since you're all up in my business, you're probably watching my YouTube channel. This is for you. I just put it for the whole whoever to see. I just took my dark-skinned mama some food and checked on her, which I've been doing this ever since we found out she was sick and you were not there. I'm just now broadcasting it for everybody to see. That's all I gotta say, y'all. I'm done. Rashida Strober, I am the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. You thought that I would still be homeless. You thought that I wouldn't get no college degree. You thought that I was going to be walking around here with 10, 20 baby daddies. You thought that I was going to be broke down. You thought that I would lose my mind. You thought that I would end up a drug addict. You thought that I would end up an alcoholic, but none of that happened. I ended up writing books. I ended up getting my degree. I ended up teaching school, all that. And you're a hater. At the end of the day, you use this COVID-19 situation to reflect your darkism on me. You used it to hate on me, and I see right through it. I see right through you. My website is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. If anybody wants to get a free ebook copy of my book, Darkism, go to darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com, and scroll down, and you will see where you can sign up for a free ebook copy. Also, if anybody wants to make a contribution, and thank you to everybody that made contributions, you could go to my Cash App, and thank you, Chevea. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm grateful to you. Thank you for putting my Cash App in there. My Cash App is $rashidalala. Once again, it's $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm driving, so that is the reason why I'm not reading the comments like I want to. Thank you, Chevea. So I want to apologize if I did not read your comment. It's not on purpose. I am literally, hold on, I'll show you guys. I'm driving, so that's why it's a little bit difficult for me to read comments. But I can talk and drive. I just can't read and drive. Anyway, you can find my Cash App, my PayPal, and my GoFundMe on my videos on any of my channel in the description or in the comment section. You can also find my PayPal and Cash App on my website at darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Please go and make a donation. And thank you to everybody that's made a donation. And yes, I'm still in the legal battle. I ain't gonna stop. I'm still fighting. I'm a fighter. That's another reason people just be jealous of you for all kinds of crazy reasons. Maybe you jealous because I got a fight spirit in me. Maybe you wish you could be like me. I don't know. Because I wasn't starting none with this person. Just started with me out the blue, yelling and screaming at me on my phone. I'm like, what's wrong with this person? I didn't even call you. Why are you calling me? Starting with me. You wouldn't even call and talk to me cordially. Like, what the world? Like craziness. Anyway, y'all. darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Thank you to the person that just gave me the Cash App. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to know I really appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I really came on here to show me getting my own food, checking on them, which again, I've been doing this way before my mama got sick. The reason I'm doing it is to let this light-skinned hater in my family know what time it is. Because it's my story and you starting with me and I'm finishing it. Starting with me for no reason. darkskinactivist.com. And I want to say thank you to the Lord for healing my mama. I'm actually very happy about that. Because Lord knows she was not getting up out that bed yesterday. My mama's sitting in that chair. She's sitting in her favorite chair in the house right now. She's out that bed and she's doing great. And I'm grateful to God. I give God all the glory. All right, y'all. darkskinactivist.com. The Cash App is $rashidalala. Like the video, share the video. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to everybody that donated. The Dark Skin Activist will talk to y'all again soon. Bye.